Welcome to East Coast Elk Reviews. Today, we're doing another whiskey examination. These have been fun. In honor of St. Patrick's Day, we've been reviewing Irish whiskey. So we just recently did the Jameson, then the Tullamore Dew. Actually, did we do Jameson, then Tullamore Dew? No, we didn't. Jameson was sooner than that, right?
Jameson was before March.
Yeah, okay.
Wait,
Well,
what?
Yeah, we didn't do
Jameson today. I got Jameson.
Oh, well, that's all right.
Why does it have a little red cap?
Actually, you know what, Dan?
It's a little red rocket.
You know what you could do, Dan? Because I don't think you were at the Jameson show, were you?
Yeah, he was. I wasn't at the Jameson one.
Oh, Bumpy wasn't because of the fruit fly incident.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I was gonna say you could review it. You can review it, but we're doing our examination. I'm joined by my awesome panel here. Appreciate you guys.
You're welcome.
We got Bumpy Road Brews. Cheers, Bumpy. Beer Man. Cheers,
Hello.
Beer Man.
Cheers.
And Dan's just hanging out with us tonight. But shout out
Innocent bystander.
for sure. Cheers, bro. So we're doing our 6-point category rating system tonight, like we do every whiskey examination. So we started off with aesthetics at 10 points. Nose, flavor, mouthfeel, finish are all 20 points each. And then value at another 10 points, all equaling 100 points in total. Typically, the Irish whiskeys haven't been really our favorite yet. But
yeah, I wish they'd be better.
Irish they'd be better. You might say that at the end of the night. You might sound like that. I wish this whiskey was better. But so Bushmills. I will say Bushmills was one of the products that when I was first getting into whiskey and I was first getting into Irish whiskey, Bushmills was always kind of standard. It's not as popular, but it was always on the side of the Jameson and the Tullamore Dew. So I think Bumpy recommended this one, but yeah, it was definitely a good one to recommend because Bushmills is pretty readily available as far as nationwide. They used to be available in smaller bottles. I don't know what happened. They used to be able to get glass bottle nips. I remember buying glass bottle airplane bottles for $1, which is crazy because you would never get glass bottle anything for $1. It was always plastic. But I remember the Bushmills because they were trying to promote it. But of course, times have changed, and that was probably 3 or 4 years ago. So, and I'm assuming they have better distribution and they're a little bit more readily available, a little bit more popular. So, we like to start this video program out with us talking about the aesthetics. We like to go around the panel here and let everyone know what we paid for our bottle and what size bottle we got. So we're going to start with Bumpy. What did you pay and what size bottle do you have?
I paid with my soul and blood.
Interesting.
Oh,
I have a 750. And it was $22.99.
no. Wow.
That's pretty cheap.
Jeez. What? Am I next?
Yes, Beerman.
I
I didn't go over any stats, but
I didn't realize it had that a little divot thing in the back. Oh yeah, so 750. I paid $24.95.
25. Well,
25.
I paid the most at $28 for 750.
Did you say you paid the lowest?
The most.
Oh. Did you not hear my price?
No. I paid the most. So they, like I said, they used to sell these in airplane bottles, but now you can only get them in 750s, 1 liters, and 1.75s. And I already have a ton of whiskey, so I wanted to get a smaller bottle, and of course they didn't have one. But I got my unopened Bushmills here. This says the original Irish whiskey, triple distilled, finest blend. So remember before we were talking about Irish whiskey in general is 100% malted barley, but sometimes if it's a blend, I guess they can use some other grains as well. Really not much information online. No age statement on the bottle itself. Actually, I'm sorry. As soon as I turned it around, you can see it says
Minimum of 3 years.
aged for a minimum of 3 years.
Yeah.
So there is that. I do apologize. Yeah, triple distilled signature Irish whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, or 80 proof. Master distiller Calum. What is it? Egan? Can you guys see that name down there?
Yeah, it's cursive.
Calum Egan. Is that it? Bushmills and associated logos are trademarks owned by the Old Bushmills Distillery Company Limited. Bushmills. You can check them out at bushmills.com. It says, granted, it's licensed to distill in 1608. Wow, that's a long freaking time. Bushmills is the oldest licensed whiskey distillery in the world. Really? Our signature Irish whiskey is aged in seasoned bourbon barrels in Oloroso sherry cask. Was the Tullamore Dew sherry cask as well, Bumpy?
Yep. It's exactly the same.
Creating the unmistakably taste of Ireland's most classic whiskey. We got ourselves a nice screw cap.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Let's crack
It
it
looks
open.
like a
Pour it up.
pumpkin. Well,
Oh, you guys already opened yours.
yeah, I already opened mine. I already poured mine. Something I noticed about this bottle, and like it's nicely engraved and everything on the sides.
Damn, it smells
It's
good.
the same thing on both sides. But the color of the whiskey in the bottle shape, it's olive oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of. Yeah, it
'Cause
does.
olive oil comes in these same bottles.
It does
It has a
kinda
little
look like an olive oil.
gripper. There's a little gripper butt in the back of the bottle.
I love. That's funny you said that. I have a bottle of
Honey.
like extra virgin olive oil. Yeah, you're right. Same bottle size. Like
Yeah,
same
it's
Honey-
even got
honey
like the
color.
engraving shit on the side.
I don't know why, but I couldn't pour this one. I just made it. It's like dripping on the side of the glass. It's honey colored though.
Yeah, honey.
Yeah, it's very light.
Yeah, this.
There you go.
So it's kind of like a. It's kind of got like a Johnny Walker neck. Here you go for reference. It might even be the same exact thing. Here's Johnny Walker. Here's Bushmills.
The bottle's shaped differently though.
I'm talking about the cap.
Well, the Talamaru Kukaku was the same too.
The cap.
I think it's
The
just an
Tullamore-
Irish thing.
Tullamore Dew? Oh no, they typically just use twist off.
This is twist off.
That's why I said Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
Like the $20, $30 brands typically use the twist off cap.
Yeah.
Great legs.
But yeah, you are right. Yeah, it's just like the Tullamore Dew one as well.
For anyone watching this confused, I'm just a bystander. This is not because it's a big color difference.
Oh well, Dan's just hanging out tonight. That's okay. That's all right.
That's not the Jameson, right?
No, actually, I'm gonna on the side while you guys do your thing. I'm gonna review this. I never really took a good.
Oh,
look
that'd
at
be
it.
cool. Nice.
I got 1792 foolproof store pick. So I haven't really gotten into it. So I figure out on the side I'll.
Do you have do you have the 6 categories written down? Cool. Nice. Yeah, so yeah, you can do that on the side. Awesome. Cheers to Sam. Cheers, Doodleheads. Yeah. I'm just about to do a review. May see you afterwards for a few. Yeah, Sam, we'll catch up here shortly. Cheers, brother. Yeah. What do you guys think? Aesthetics. Like Bumpy said, yeah, it does kind of look like an olive oil bottle. I mean,
yeah, I'm at like
not bad.
this is like super light and stuff. I mean, I'm at a 6 out of 10 for the aesthetics.
I think I'm right there with you. Yeah, it's more honey colored. Really not much color to it. I mean, we got some nice alcohol legs there. But the bottle itself, I like the labels. It looks pretty presentable. Kind of looks like something you would see in like a Peaky Blinders skit. Like they would be drinking Bushmills or something. I feel like that's.
Well, who does the Peaky Blinders one?
The whiskey?
Yeah, is that a Bushmills?
I don't.
There's
I know
a
what you're
Peaky
talking
Blinders,
about, but I don't
version.
know. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know who does it. Yeah, there is a Peaky Blinder whiskey. Hold on, let me look it up.
I think it is Bushmills though.
Is it?
Mhm.
That would be cool. Oh, it is them. Oh, they do a Sexton. Isn't also. Oh no, wait. They do Bushmills Prohibition recipe. By order of the Shelby. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, they do. Yeah, there is a Peaky Blinders Bushmills. And then the Sexton does a Walking Dead single malt Irish whiskey. And they got a Walking Dead whiskey 2-pack combo. Look, I'll show you guys. Right
Fun fact: when I was looking for the Bushmills, I saw a $2,000 bottle of Bushmills today.
Really?
It was a 30-year single barrel Bushmills.
See,
Single malt.
Prohibition blend. Shelby Company Ltd. That's cool. And it's got a cork in it. You would like that. Actually, Bumpy, I know you like zombies, but what do you think of The Walking Dead? Did you say that was like the more mainstream zombie show? Did you like The Walking Dead?
I like The Walking Dead up until like the last few seasons. And then it really kind of just started getting
ran its course.
And then they were just it was like, yeah, just rinse and repeat. And then the way that they ended it was absolutely just BS.
Yeah.
It was horribly done. It's like they started switching like the way that they kind of were doing their episodes in the very last like 3. And then it like became this weird story mode thing. And then it was like, yeah, I don't know. They ended it once again with no, like, you still have no clue of why anything happened.
Did you watch The Last of Us?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the part 2 to come out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I watched the entire gameplay of The Last of Us 2.
They must. Do they have like a whiskey that kind of looks like Bushmills on Peaky Blinders by any chance?
Maybe they owned a bar.
But I'm saying they might have a bottle that looks like this, but it could be called something else. Like,
yeah.
Or maybe they're drinking this in the show. I don't know. That's cool. Oh, yeah, of course. But yeah, I mean, I think I agree with your 6 out of 10. What do you think over there, Beer Man?
I'm going 6 too.
Yeah.
If I had a cork, it probably could have gone 7.
I like I will say it is better than average, though. It's better than average. It's cool looking. It stands out. Yeah. It looks nice. It's presentable. If you brought this to get together like a housewarming party or any type of like party or whatever, or a meetup where you might bring a bottle of whiskey where people can kind of sip on.
Just like that right there.
Yeah,
yeah. Cool to pour.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it does help.
Kind of helps. Yeah.
Nose. You guys want to go for the nose?
Doing it.
Yeah.
It does have a little bit of an ethanol.
Oh, it's super green apple. Green apple candy.
Green apple too.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like green apple flavored whiskey.
There's a little vanilla.
Honey.
Little caramel honey, yeah.
Slight oak.
Mm.
Oh, it's super green apple though. It's like a green apple Jolly Rancher kind of.
Yeah.
I think it's more like a green apple Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, it's candied.
Well, it's kind of got that weird kind of Laffy Taffy type thing. I don't know. There's something about it.
Candy-ish, yeah.
It kind of has a paint thinner smell.
It's got
Yeah.
a little bit of an ethanol, but it's got a little like a touch of spice.
It's like green apple,
Like black
nail
pepper.
polish remover.
There is a little bit of like I said, it's more ethanol, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's really like the ethanol isn't really offensive, but it's
I mean,
noticeable.
it's burning my nostrils.
I don't know why it's not doing that for me. Mine's a
Nope.
fresh crack too.
It's
So
there.
Mine's not a fresh crack.
It is there. Mine's a fresh crack.
I didn't want to do a fresh crack on this because last time we talked about the Telemadu one, and you were like, "Well, maybe we'll open up." Later, and it was still kind of bland on the end.
you call it Tullamore dirt.
Telemadu.
Tullamore dirt.
Skinamarinky dinky dink, skinamarinky doo.
Well, the Tullamore dew wasn't too bad. Definitely wasn't what I remembered it to be. Yeah, this is way more fruity, citrusy on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get a much better. I want to get like a better
Candied vanilla.
Like apple juice and vanilla.
Apple. Yeah, apple's there for sure. Dan, what are you getting on the nose of your whiskey? You get that foolproof 1792.
I mean, there's a substantial amount of ethanol, but I mean, it's 125 proof.
What's the ABV on that one?
125 proof.
Oh wow, that's
But it doesn't.
62.5.
Let me just say the ethanol takes the back seat to everything.
Nice.
Like there's
That's an open bottle though, right? That had some time to open up a little bit.
So I had only drinking it down to like probably.
But you still at least
there.
opened it.
Yeah.
So at least
because the neck pour was not pleasant at all.
Had at least some type of aeration, you know.
But straight up, this is like just sweet brown bread and caramel and just all the brown sugars in the world and little caramel and a little citrus actually too. Yeah.
It's so different how this is a whiskey, that's a whiskey, and they could smell and taste so significantly different.
I'm getting a little bit of peppercorn on it too now.
Mm.
Kind of like a black pepper.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you didn't hear me. I said there's like a little black pepper spice kind of.
Well, yeah, I guess it's there then.
Well, you agree. Cheers to that. No, yeah, it's I would say the green apple though. Green apple.
Kind of has a post lager kind of smell to it, the appley kind of lager, but way stronger. I don't know what beer has a lot.
Maybe it's like a fruity cereal grain thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of like a fruity cereal grain kind of citrusy, a little citrusy. Definitely more green apple. It's like candied green apple. Well,
yeah.
Before we dive into the nose and give the score, we should just try it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Very light. Wow, that's watery. But, but a nice touch of vanilla.
That's not terrible.
Super subdued. A little bit of spice on the tongue.
Dry.
Yeah, a little bit of that peppery spice lingering on the
I
tongue.
get a big hit, like almost from the beginning of the palate all the way almost to the finish of ethanol.
Really?
Coming to the finish, it does get this honey tone.
Now I'm getting
like super honey. That's it finishes off with honey.
Honey apple vanilla. Yeah. Mm. It's peppery. It's hot. Kind of spicy peppers.
It's very honey and apple.
Sweet but dry in the finish. so it's not terribly cloying.
You guys get like cereal grains, like a cereal base,
Yeah,
like a
Cheerios or something.
Not me. It does have quite the heat to it on the finish.
like a honey nut Cheerio kind of.
Yeah,
Kind of like a honey cereal.
with apples and peppers and vanilla.
Yeah, I think you summed it up there.
It's burning my tongue.
It does have a little bit of, like I said, it's got a little bit of like a trickling spice that lingers on the tongue, and then you get a little bit of the warming in the chest. If you had a glass of water with this, I think you would be fine. I'm not drinking any water, so I can kind of feel it.
Apple pie comes to my
If you
mind.
had some water to chase this with, you wouldn't even notice that a little bit of that burn.
You know that apple pie, the green apples that they use in the apple pies, and they use that sweet gelatin kind of sauce in there.
Granny Smith.
Yeah, Granny Smith, but like a pumpkin, like an apple pie, like you're eating an apple pie with the dough and everything. It
So when they
has
do an apple pie, don't they usually use the green apples?
Yeah,
Right. Those are the Granny Smith ones, aren't they?
Why don't they use Macintosh?
like cinnamon.
Macintosh. What color are those, Bumpy?
Those are the green and red ones.
Green and red.
Yeah,
Yeah, the reds. Yeah.
they
I'm
got
sure.
a little bite to them, but they're not like tart
Mac-
like a Granny Smith is.
Mm-mm.
But I don't know. I don't make apple pies, and I hardly ever eat them.
What is the most common apple in apple pie?
I get like that buttery pie dough. I don't know why.
Honeycrisp, Granny Smith, Pink Lady.
Yeah, that was weird. That tasted nasty on my tongue right
Pink
now.
Lady apples? What are those?
Pink Lady apples. They got kind of like reddish, pinkish skin to them.
Gala apples.
Yeah,
Between Honeycrisp.
Gala apples are good for cooking.
It says Honeycrisp is the most popular.
Makes sense. They got like a little bit of a honey.
Then Macintosh, then Gala, then Cortland, Pink Lady, Granny Smith, and Rome.
Almost any apple you can find, you can put in an apple pie. They didn't mention Red Delicious. Those are the best apples ever because they're red and delicious.
I like those.
Please be delicious.
With the Fiji apples.
It is in the name.
The Fuji apples.
Fuji, yeah.
What do you guys think about?
Apples.
I know we're not like there. We can kind of discuss it without giving a number. What do you guys think about the mouthfeel on this? I feel like it's kind of like
I don't
slightly
know.
watery,
I
but
get
it's
a
a
lot
little
of
bit better
burning
than.
and stuff, so it's hard for me to
Burn.
actually concentrate on the mouth. I'm distracted by that.
Watery burn.
Really.
When I mixed it in my mouth, I got a little bit of diarrhea.
With
When
what?
I switched it around on my tongue, I got a bit of like throw up, almost like a throw uppy kind of taste.
Acidy.
Acidic kind of throw up, then you swallow it down because you
Probably,
don't throw up.
probably
So it goes,
acidy.
and then goes back down.
It's like an oily thin.
Yeah.
So it's thin, but it does leave like this layer, this coating layer, or whatever, however you want to say that.
Yeah.
But it almost has to be thin because I think how hot it kind of gets. If it was thicker, it would be hard to even swallow it. That's the way I feel personally on mouthfeel and the flavor.
I don't think it's too bad. I mean,
I don't know. I don't think it's terrible.
I think I might like it a little bit more than you guys. I feel the burn though. I can see the burn. What do we give the Tullamore? Well,
I like that it has more of a lasting flavor than the Tullamore Dewy do.
What do you think about the nose? The nose definitely isn't as good as the Tullamore Dew.
It's better than the flavor on this.
I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a 15 for the nose.
Really?
Yeah.
I went 14.
I'm gonna go 13. It's too green apple forward. It reminds me of kind of like flavored whiskey.
What does Dan think of his flavor and stuff? You didn't ask him, Dan.
Watermelon.
Well, his aesthetics and nose. Well, I asked him his aesthetics, didn't I?
No.
No. What do you
You
got over
asked
there?
him
for
what
your
he
scores,
thought of the smell.
Dan?
What's that?
What do you have as far as your scores so far?
So far I'm at 8 for aesthetics.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll be right back.
It's not important.
It wasn't me. That wasn't me, Dan.
Doodlehead.
8 for aesthetics. What'd you give for nose? Or why did you give it 8 for aesthetics?
I just really enjoy the bottle, and I don't know, something about it just got this Art Deco thing going on.
I like the 1792 bottles.
It almost reminds me of like a bottle of whiskey that could be for those old school gamers out there that could be on the shelf in BioShock. If anyone ever played BioShock, it's a
yeah.
I could just see that, that.
It's a cool bottle.
I like the little tag for the single barrel. Yeah, it's just it's really nice, just gold and black, and
This is the
I still
regular.
think the toppers for 1792 are among the best. Nose, I actually have an 18 on this. It's just like it's immense vanilla and just charred oak and brown sugar and chocolate. The flavor I brought down to a 17. It's not as great as the nose. The flavor it's really good, but it lacks a certain depth of complexity. It's like it's there and it just sustains itself. It doesn't veer off left or right. So that's where I'm at so far.
Nice. I had the 1792 single barrel. This was good. This is the as you can see, it's that color label.
What proof is that? Regular
49.3.
Okay. So this is basically the same thing except full proof version.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Did you
Well,
say
that's
it's 49.3 proof?
49.3%.
Oh. So that's pretty small for
98.6 proof. Flavor. What do you guys think about the flavor? It's honeyed, sweet, kind of spicy, a little bit of a ethanol kind of
I started
burn.
with watermelon. I got watermelon now.
what?
A little watermelon.
It's more honey vanilla now.
Yeah.
It's turned into honey vanilla caramel.
Cool. Watermelon.
Here's what I'll say about it. I like that it has that lingering
Apple again.
spice and kind of like honey type note to it.
14.
The finish flavor on it, I think is decent. But for me, it's too hot. It's too hot up front and throughout.
Yeah,
And for 40, it's only 40% alcohol too. It should not be this warm.
It's true. It's a hard one to do the flavor.
I like the spice. I like the little drying. Like I said, do you have water, Bumpy?
Yeah, it hasn't been shut off yet.
What? What? It hasn't been what? Do you have water next to you, bro?
No.
Drink some water.
I don't want to drink water.
It hasn't been shut off yet. Well, I'm saying you might get a different finish. I liked a little bit of the warming in the
Yeah,
chest.
but that's cheap. I haven't done any of the other whiskeys with any enhanced water. So
You should be.
no, that's cheating.
I like the finish. I think the finish is better than the mouthfeel, but not as good as the flavor.
That's
I'm already at like. I think I already know what I'm. I got everything written down. This one's kind of somewhat of a no-brainer for me personally. I kind of see where it fits. I see where it falls in line. What do you guys think about the so we discussed the flavor, right? As a whole. What do you guys think of the mouthfeel?
I didn't like the spice and the thinness.
Right. What was the last thing we gave the score on flavor, right?
14.
Nose. We haven't given the flavor score yet.
Oh, we haven't done the flavor score yet?
No.
Okay. So what do you guys give the flavor for a score?
I'm not going first. I've gone first in everything.
I'll say 14. I kind of like the flavors.
I'm at 14 as well.
I'm at 11.
Dan, what did you give the score on your whiskey? Mouthfeel, what do you guys think of the mouthfeel?
Go for
I already
it.
mentioned kind of like how I felt the mouthfeel was. It's kind of appropriate just to get it down, but it's not the best mouthfeel, I don't think. I was at I gave it a 13.
I give it a 12.
Man, I'm not digging that. I'm not digging this weird hairspray taste. Hold on, I gotta move my flavor down to 12. It's some kind of weird, like someone sprayed Aquanet in the air and I walked through it and it went through my mouth. Yeah. Mouth feels at a 10 for me. I don't like it's like really, really drying my tongue and
Hey
spicy.
man, you might have to come up with some good Irish whiskey cocktails.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mix that with something.
Yeah, it's called like late night, like you don't have a palate anymore and just drink it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad.
I wouldn't have it neat. I would have cube in there.
No, I think it's going to be very comparable to the Telemadur Dewey Do.
Tullamore Dew?
Yeah.
I think I like the Tullamore Dew over this one.
Man.
I mean, they're basically the same damn thing. Triple distilled. They're both put in the oak cask and sherry casks and blended. Same ABV.
Yeah, I'm gonna be lower on this one. Hey, you picked it, Bumpy. Okay.
I don't know if I actually picked Bushmills. I mentioned it as one.
You picked it.
I want to do.
Don't lie to the community. You picked
I want
it.
to do Slain.
You said Slain after Bushmills, bro.
Well, I really want to do like the.
There's so many whiskeys.
There's one with the frog
just
on it.
randomly decide to pick something. We're bound to review it.
Let's do the one with the frog on it.
No, we're gonna discuss the next whiskey tonight.
The one with the frog on it.
The group off air, and we will discuss something that we want to review.
Dan, what do you think of the flavor of your whiskey?
Rather than just being like, we should review that, one person being like, we should do this. We're gonna discuss it tonight.
No, we should do it now.
No, we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it after the show. We are on. So, us as a panel, we did flavor mouthfeel. Dan, what do you think about the flavor mouthfeel that 1792 spoke with?
Flavor, I'm at a 17.
Nice.
the flavor is like it's a really it's like a charred. Like if you put brown sugar in a pan and we're kind of trying to melt it down, that's almost what you get with a little bit of a char and vanilla. But then like there's this bit of like clove and chocolate that kind of follows up.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's really good, but that's all you get though. It doesn't waver. It's constant, which I'm not mad at, but you know.
Well, you should probably add a drop of water to that. What's the ABV on that? 62.5.
You
could
just
really-
like Alex.
You
Alex
could really
whiskey to stuff, and you're like add water.
All right,
to it.
I'll do that because here's the thing.
Are you listening
For
to me?
being
Is
hyper,
anybody gonna let me explain
it's already
myself?
empty.
You're just gonna let me say one thing and then talk over me. Is that how it's gonna go?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's at 62.5%. If you play with it with the water, you can really mess with that to bring it down to your liking. Like you're at 62.5% alcohol. You could bring that to 59. You could bring that to 50. You can bring that to 55. You can. That's the good thing about barrel proof or foolproof products. You can literally sit there and you can keep adding water to taste how you want it to taste.
So I like it where it's at. However, I just add water because you told me to.
How you tell?
And I will say, it opened up the nose and everything.
Added water because you told me to. I wasn't going to do it in the first place, but you told me to.
I didn't even think of it, to be honest. No, I mean, this is just it's a real treat. It really is. Flavor or finish? I'm at like a 16. Finish has more of this clove thing than I would like. So far, the experience has been really desserty, like almost like a Snickers kind of thing. You got the caramel, nougat, brown sugar, deep chocolate. It's got this clove kind of minty thing. But I know 1792 is actually a higher rye product than most, so that kind of makes sense. So far, the bottle's really great. The pour with water, I enjoy it. I might do that more often though, because between this and the Elijah Craig barrel proof, which is 133.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of room to dilute it a little bit to bring it down to your liking, you know. Especially with cocktails. If you're going to do cocktails with those barrel proofs, you can make a lot of cocktails out of them. So did we discuss finish? I gave my finish a 13. You guys, I think Beer Man said 10
7.
for
That
the
was
finish.
mouthfeel that he gave 10.
Oh, 10 on mouthfeel, 7
Oh,
on
10 on mouthfeel. Oh, okay. Oh, so we didn't do mouthfeel yet.
I didn't even. Yeah, I skipped mouthfeel on mine. Sorry.
No, you already gave your mouthfeel. I mean, oh wait, you didn't give the mouthfeel?
I skipped. I went to finish.
Oh,
But now
okay.
that he added water, he can't.
Dude,
give the
what did
mouthfeel.
you get for the mouthfeel on your 1792 full proof?
Well, before I diluted it because you made me to.
I did not make you
I gave it a 17. Dude, the mouthfeel on this is it's a really nice kind of syrupy, thick, viscous kind of coats the tongue. Yeah, 17.
Oh,
That's what I get for being a nice guy.
I might have to go get some of that.
Because you told me to, he said.
So here's the thing about this though, like it's a store pick. So I mean, I'm sure the full proofs are great on their own. I'd love to try one. But it's a store pick.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's ultimate value right there. Store pick full proof. You're pretty much getting a single barrel full proof. It's been a long day. Okay. With the Bushmills Original, Mouthfeel, I gave a 12. I don't know if I said that. And then for the finish, I gave a 13. I actually enjoyed the finish. A little bit of that dry astringency. Like I said, I kind of like the little bit of the warming in the chest. Very honeyed, kind of green apple that lingers. And this was a fresh crack too. I mean, is it the best finish? No, not necessarily, but you do kind of get the finish that you would want out of sort of a more bargain brand Irish whiskey, I guess you could say. Yeah, sweetness, fruits. Like I said, that cereal grain kind of lingers as well. Spice. Not bad. I think finish 13 is pretty fair. But I don't know. I know you guys said that this was a little bit harsher. It's kind of got a it's kind of got like a weird funk on the nose when you go back to it a couple times. I think it's that cereal grain kind of coming out a little bit more. Starts to come a little bit more grainy as it aerates, maybe. What do you guys think? Did you guys give your finish?
Beerman said his
7.
I gave my finish at 14.
So a little bit more than me.
Yeah, because I like how it kind of it has that lingering spice, the honey note, the spice. It just has a long lingering. You know, I kind of like that. I don't like it when things just fall off. I like to be able to like take a sip of something and then be like, oh, cool, and still have the flavors going on. You know, I hate it when things just fall flat, and this one carries on. So I think the finish is much better than the flavor overall. Because it also loses that alcoholic bite. The alcoholic bite's more towards the beginning through the mid-range there. So
I thought I gave the flavor a little bit more than the finish because I thought the flavor had a little bit more of a complexity, I guess. There's a little bit more going on. I feel like green apple. Like I said, I was getting like green apples, cereal grains, lots of honey, and maybe like a touch of caramel. So a good amount of sweetness and vanilla as well.
Yeah.
So I thought that I was getting a good solid amount of flavor. Finish was nice. Definitely could be better. So what did you guys think for value?
I'll bring my finish up to 10. It's not terrible. It's just not great.
value, I was at a 7.
Really?
I'm at a 6.
I'm at the lowest with a 5.
I mean, I paid the least amount, so to me,
And I paid,
like this was cheaper. This was cheaper than the Tullamore. What?
Oh, I did get.
Tullamore.
Hold on.
Yeah, you paid way less.
I'm going to use the bathroom really quick. And I also had something that I got with this. So it was a little addition. But we'll be right back. Yeah.
Okay.
With this. It came with the bottle. But just give me 1 minute. We'll be right back.
A glass?
You'll see.
How you doing over there, beer man?
Hey, I'm doing good, man.
Very good. I hope that Dan is doing all right. How's the chat doing tonight? Chatters, any chatters out there? Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, so this was on top of the bottle. It says, pour your coffee, whiskey.
Oh, a hot toddy.
2-ounce coffee pack inside.
Oh,
Yeah, it literally came with a pack of coffee grounds, some Irish coffee.
well, that's cool.
So this is the one where you take like the coffee filter, right? Because I have one of those. I actually have it in the closet.
No, you just pour it straight into your cup.
Yeah. So you would use it in one of these, right? You would use it in like this style, right?
Yeah, you could also, if you have a Keurig, if you have an individual like Keurig cups or Keurig, however you say it, you can fill those up. If you have the reusables.
I don't have the reusables. I would just put it in one of those and brew it.
Because we're saving the planet.
Oh, I could do. You know what I could do?
Saving it.
I can make a. Oh my gosh, my chair's stuck. I could do a live stream out of that. I could do a morning live stream coffee brew.
There you go. You can start doing whiskey and coffee in the morning before work.
Yeah.
No, I meant like on my day off, I could just review the coffee. This Bushmills Irish Whiskey, classic Irish coffee. That would be fun.
Bumpy, you should smoke a whiskey.
This premium roast coffee was hand selected for perfect
Yeah,
Irish whiskey.
Oh, no. Oh, they put it right over the knob.
Yeah, this was on the neck of the bottle.
In the neck? Yeah.
That'd be cool. I could do that on my day off.
Yeah, I'll save this for that. For sure. I'll do
A
this.
little live stream. I'll drink some Bushmills coffee. That'd be fun.
All right. I think apple will go best with this whiskey.
What's that? The smoked one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it'd be really cool if he smoked that.
All right. Well, I got to do. Let's tally up our scores here.
Damn it.
I already got my score. It's 66.
66? All right, I'll log it. So even the ones I've never joined, I've always kept track of every episode. So I have the full library. So 66?
58.
Plus 58.
63.
Plus 63. You have an average of 62.3.
So 62.
All right. So, with that being said, as I calculate it, Jameson was the 69. I'm only doing the Irish ones. Jameson was the 69. Tullamore Dew was the 68. Bushmills was the 62. And, yeah. So, out of your Irish.
It makes sense. I'm sorry, but it makes sense. Jameson is Jameson because it's Jameson. Tullamore Dew is definitely next runner-up. Bushmills, I would say, kind of takes a seat behind Jameson and Tullamore Dew as far as distribution, recognition, for sure. If you ask somebody, do you know what Irish whiskey is? Yeah, name a brand. What's the number one brand of Irish whiskey that someone's going to say?
Jameson.
Jameson. And then if they somewhat drink Irish whiskey, they might know Tullamore Dew. But I would typically say that Bushmills would probably be behind Jameson and Tullamore Dew. But yeah, I do remember this one not being as good as the other two. That's just our personal opinion. That's our average, 62 out of 100. It's a lot of fun. We are going to discuss off air what we want to do for St. Paddy's Day, because that is coming up. What day is it? So in honor of St. Paddy's Day, we're going to do – so St. Patrick's Day is Sunday. So in honor of St. Patrick's Day, we're going to do a good Irish whiskey. We just got to talk about it.
It's very ironic to think that I saw a $2,000 Bushmill today.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, we're not reviewing that.
No, I'm just saying. So one of the high-end liquor stores I went to is owned by Wegmans, and what I like about that liquor store is they don't mess around. Whatever
Now
they
it
have,
smells
they put
good.
out, and they put it out at MSRP.
No,
They
it
don't
smells
jack
good.
the price up.
It's not good with the smoke now, Bobby.
Oh yeah, the apple wood. So it's this nice smoky woody apple with that honey nose that it has. Because now it's got kind of like more of like a redder, like sweeter apple, but smoked, and you get the green like sour apple with the honey notes. Oh, that made it smell so good. If it naturally smelled that way, this would be like a winner on the nose.
Nice.
Of course, it doesn't really add anything to the flavor, so I'm getting a little bit of clay. Sorry for interrupting.
Clay.
So yeah, like I was saying, like the liquor store owned by Wegmans is nice because whatever they get, they put out. They don't hide it, and they put it at MSRP. So depending on when you go there, you got a good chance of getting stuff. So that's where I saw that Bushmills.
Would you give a score on your whiskey, Dan?
I was actually just going there. I gave a total of 83.
Jeez.
So aesthetics 8, nose 18, flavor 17, mouthfeel 17, finish 16, and a value of 8. Because
Nice.
I believe I paid $64.99.
Yeah,
for this.
1792's products in general are just really good bang for your bucks.
And that's the thing. Like Tanner said, I have the Triple Crown here for $64.99. I have full proof and a store pick single barrel. Like it's so 83.
Nice.
Good score. Well, we're at that point of the show. We're just kind of wrapping things up. It's been fun. Another good whiskey examination. Always good discussion. We had a little bit of a different show tonight with Dan with his different whiskey, which was cool. Nice change of pace. Next week, Dan, make sure you have the product. It's unacceptable, and we'll see you next week.
Cheers.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, so we'll do some shout outs. Overall, what do you guys think of the Bushmills Bumpy Beer, man?
I mean, obviously, it wasn't as good as the other crappy Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
What do you think, Beer Man?
I didn't really like it that much, but
Yeah.
I think we can mix it would be all right, maybe. So some coffee, that sounded kind of good.
See, I think typically I wasn't really too big of a fan of the more affordable kind of. I don't want to necessarily say bottom shelf because this isn't bottom shelf Irish whiskey.
Oh, it definitely was on the bottom shelf.
But you can get like $15 Irish whiskey. Like you can get
patties.
You can get like cheap stuff. This isn't really necessarily like cheap Irish whiskey. But I will say when you start paying a little bit more, it's significantly different in flavor.
Can we pay more next time, please?
Yeah, but it's expensive, Bumpy.
I think
I want to do
I
red
want to taste
breast.
a good Irish whiskey. I don't want.
I want to do red
this
breast,
is Irish
but
whiskey.
like
They
the
all
cheapest
suck.
red breast is like it's like $50.
Well, they got the frog one that was recommended as one of the top 5 Irish whiskeys.
I don't know
Listen,
what.
if you're gonna do a great Irish whiskey, 12-year red breast, hands down.
That's what I'm saying, but it's not cheap and it's not easy to find.
It's not cheap, but it's something you're gonna sip on, and
it's not easy to find either,
enjoy.
though. As far as a panel getting together and reviewing it is the whole concept of the show, which is the difficult part about it, which is what you guys don't seem to comprehend.
Natterjack.
Oh, I comprehend. There's plenty of shows.
Natterjack, Bobby?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that like Cracker Jacks?
$39. It's $39 for a 750. It's got a toad on it.
See, that just seems like some bullshit.
Oh,
No, it's a bull frog.
It just seems like some bottom shelf bullshit.
that's funny.
It's honestly probably more craft.
I've never seen that.
Nobody has ever seen that, Bobby.
It was
Bobby's always
recommended as
picking
the top
obscure
5
bullshit.
Irish whiskeys to have for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, but I've never seen that before. Never.
It's in my store.
What'd you say, Beerman?
A big bullfrog.
Oh.
Look it up. Natterjack Irish whiskey.
Yeah, I don't think I can get that. We'll look at it. We'll look it up.
The first 20 ever on the channel.
Yeah, we'll play Columbo.
Look, they even have Lord of the Frogs.
Lord of the Frogs. That sounds like a Tox Brewing Company beer. That would be a good Tox name. Lord of the Frogs. Absinthe? Oh, that's absinthe.
Oh, I never had that.
Yeah.
Before.
What do you let's do some shout outs so we can wrap this up here. Bobby?
Why am I going first? I thought Beerman was.
Because you're one. All right, we'll do Beerman first then. Beerman? Shout out to your channel, other people.
All right. So to shout someone out, I'm going into a couple tournament things like here.
Nice, dude.
So the first one's gonna be these guys. I listen to them on my podcast all the time when I work. Homebrew Happy Hour.
4 reviews for it.
So I'm gonna put the link up. They have quite a few thousand people, like 6,000 people, but they have a really nice podcast, and they talk about a lot of home brewing stuff, and it's a really good one to go through. But they're out of Texas, so I'll be putting they're having the Kolsch Fest, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this Kolsch down and send them a couple or whatever they need.
Nice.
So hopefully that'll work, and then the AHA competition, the national competition in June will be my my Schwartz beer. So I'm going to do a Schwartz beer probably this Thursday or next Thursday. So I have enough time to condition it, to lager it. But other than that, that's the shout out. That's my stuff going on. Let's see. I got my lives, beer and cheese, 8:00 Eastern. Unless said otherwise. This one is actually an open one, so you can bring whatever you want with cheese, alcohol-wise. And then Wednesday, of course, is our awesome Alt Spun Out. So that happens at 6:00 Eastern, 3:00 mine. I have a few more beers I still need to review for Bill. So Beer Hounds is another shout. Just trying to think of anything else. I think that's about it. Just trying to save some cash so I can see you guys in September. So, cheers.
Cheers, beer man. Bobby?
I'll shout out Bourbon School, which I've already posted a link in the chat. They are local to me, sort of. They're like the Joe of bourbon, sort of, except with 2 people. They're in Western New York. And shout out to Hopped Up Beer Reviews. It's a 3-way panel of Ben, Andy, and Jay. They are located down in Mississippi and Alabama. I think. Yeah, so they do a bunch of beer reviews. Pretty cool dudes. Shout out to Tanner for accommodating my lackluster ability to get the whiskey you guys are reviewing and still welcoming me on the panel. Shout out to Bumpy for discriminating against me because I did not have the whiskey on the panel. And shout out to Beerman for being indifferent to me not having the whiskey on the panel. So other than that, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro. Cheers, Rod J.
Cheers, bro. What was the name of that channel, Dan? Hot Tub something? What was it?
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Beer reviews.
Hot Tub Beer Review. I put Hot Tub Happy Hour.
Hot. H-O-P.
I put Hot Tub Happy Hour and brought up a bunch of chicks and
Easter Bunny. Hot.
Hopped up. Right there, baby.
I know that. We were with him last night.
Yeah. We were hanging out with him.
Yeah, he's cool.
Ben came on the off air.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah.
Definitely go check him out. All right. So next Monday we'll be doing another whiskey examination, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, and then rate that beer 7 p.m. Eastern time. We do have, like I said, 3/28 is going to be the bottle day for the Hank's Hefeweizen, so look out for that. That'll be a Thursday, so that should be a lot of fun. I'm going to do that live as well, kind of like the homebrew day. So if you guys want to hang out and see me bottle a bunch of beers, should be fun. Nice. And then, of course, 2 weeks after that, I'll be trying them. And I'll be doing a live stream for drinking the beer. And hopefully I can get some beer out to my good friends here on YouTube, and they can try it as well. Super excited. We got some extract beer recipe kits I just purchased. Mexican hot chocolate stout is the next brew that we're going to be doing when all my equipment is available to use once again after I do my first batch. And then, look out for more beer reviews, liquor reviews, tequila reviews. Me and Eric have actually been talking about doing a tequila examination, kind of like we've been doing the whiskey ones, but, a 6-point category rating system. Because essentially, you could really take this rating system and you could use it on beer. You could use it on whiskey. You could use it on any type of liquor. Should be pretty fun. Definitely check out Thomas Mel's 75 Wildcard Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Bring any type of adult beverage. Don't be a douche. Go check out Eric. He's a very knowledgeable, awesome guy, and a good friend of mine. So check him out. And also check out Beer for Breakfast, Facts for Snacks. Dude from Ontario, Canada. Very good guy. Reviews beer, super down to earth, does a lot of cooking videos as well. And you kind of get a sense of you're just really just hanging out with them, kind of like all these guys, you get a good sense of just hanging out with them while they do their videos. It's not just beer reviews. We're all here to just kind of relax, have a good time, talk about beer. So another successful show tonight. Appreciate you guys. Beerman, Bumpy Road Brews, Dan, Athletics Beer Reviews.
Make sure you check out Keith Farron.
Keith?
I'll leave a link to his channel there. He's a big supporter of a lot of our channels.
Definitely.
Popping up in the live streams. Does different like musical stuff or whatever.
For sure.
And on my channel, I got a lot of things going on.
Did you do your shout outs yet, Bumpy?
No, he skipped right over me.
Well, Dan went before you, that's why.
Well, because Dan was on before me, so that was okay.
Yeah, well, I also tried to bring you up first, and you said
I was
no.
still looking for a channel to shout out.
Unreal.
I'm trying to not do the same people all the time.
You did not understand.
That's all right. That's all right.
Anyways, so things going on my channel. I'm thinking about doing a name change again. But we can discuss that later. Anyways, yep, doing some beer reviews, trying to put out a couple a week. Doing frozen pizza reviews, trying to get one of those out a week if I can. And if I do some cooking or whatever, and I think it might be worthwhile, or if I have the time and availability to film some of what I'm cooking, I'm putting out some cooking, grilling, and smoking videos. That's smoking meat, son. Not smoking the wacky tobacco like that guy that goes hiking.
Oh. Good old herb.
Good old herb.
Nice.
That's it. Cheers.
Cheers.
No, Dan, I'm not talking about you. You don't go hiking.
Well,
I go hiking.
it's fun. We'll see you guys again next Monday for another bunch of nonsense for some more ridiculous behavior. Dan. Well, cheers. It's been fun. Yeah, shout out to the chat. Bumper Road Brews, Athletics Beer Reviews, Beer Man. Oh, you guys are on this panel here. Rod J, Hanging AZ, Short and Stout Beer Reviews, Tater Dom. Appreciate you guys stopping by, hanging out. It's been fun. And yeah, there you have it.
Real. It's been fun.
Anything else you guys like to see on my channel? Make sure to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, my upcoming videos. Look at beer. Thanks for watching, everyone. Cheers.
Cheers.